Happy Saturday. As promised, I am live today here. And the topic for today is how to find inner peace in difficult times. And I can probably testify that a lot. Oh, we have people joining in. Hello, Debbie. I'm sorry if I mispronounce any of the names. But today I'm going to talk about inner peace in difficult times. So if you could relate, leave your comment on the chat. We probably all have gone through some kind of difficulty in our lives. And I know I've been going through a lot of different things this year. Not only with my health, but also with my mom's health. And when things don't go our way, we tend to think that we are just God is not listening, or our faith is starting to fade. So it's something that I feel most people could go through this. So if you relate, I would love to know. But we could just think about that when we go through a difficult situation. Maybe you have noticed in the past that you start doubting if God is in control, start doubting if He's really listening to your prayers. And today I'm going to share 3 tips that I have learned in this past months. Well, I've been learning all this through my journey and how to find inner peace. But lately, I have been able to apply them in my own life. So there are 3 things that I'd like to discuss today. And the first one is meditation. The first one is about how can you feel connected to your inner light and yourself within. It is very easy to get lost in whatever is happening in our lives, whatever is going on, whatever the noise of the world, whatever is happening in our lives. It's very easy to get lost in that noise and get lost in that black cloud when things aren't going our way. But when we meditate, we allow our minds to be quiet and just stay still for a second. And meditating is not an easy thing to do. So I know it could be really frustrating. I remember when I started meditating, I couldn't even focus for a minute or two without thinking about something else. And it still happens, especially when I'm worried about things or have a lot of things going on. It's very hard to refocus myself and just try to meditate. But it is something that is very important. And I actually have created a couple meditations. If you are interested, is meditations.messagesofloveandpeace.com. You can download those meditations. I'll leave it on the chat at some point later on. But I just wanted to share that. And meditate. You can find a lot of meditations online. Find one that it aligns with you and how you feel. I prefer guided meditations because there are some meditations that is just music. But when we have a lot of things in our mind, it's easier when we have a guided meditation that will lead us to a journey or through a beautiful landscape or whatever, and that'll help us focus on whatever the meditation is about and relieves the many thoughts that we have in our minds when things aren't going our way. This year, as I mentioned earlier, I've been going through a lot of different things through my health and my mom's health. And I found meditation as an answer when I was so stressed out. One of the answers. When I was so stressed out and I have a million things to do and a million of decisions to make. Or when I was in a lot of pain. I had a lot of neck pain this year and I almost had to have surgery. So I just went and did some meditating just to quiet my mind and try to focus on whatever the journey was taking me on this meditation. Whatever it was, but just to give that break to my mind. I felt like it was a vacation to my mind and my millions of thoughts, just to unwind a little bit and gift me with a few minutes. Even if it was just 5 minutes, 10 minutes, it made a difference on my day. Also, when we have to do so many things, we are not sure where to start. We feel overwhelmed and we just get lost into worriness or stress. And meditation could help our mind relax for a little bit, take, as I said, a short vacation and just go back to this moment of inner peace and joy. And if you try it, let me know if that works for you. But I know it helps me to find inner peace after I do a meditation, especially if it's a meditation that has to do with God and has to do with learning that He's in control and how to quiet my mind and listen to His voice. Those type of meditations super helpful for me. But feel free to do whatever meditation you prefer. And that leads me to my second point, which is prayer. Sometimes we are going through a difficult time. We either tend to doubt our faith, or we doubt God, or our faith starts to fade. And we start to lose that connection with God because we feel that, why is this happening to me? Why all things at once? I've been so good. Why are these things happening to me? That's usually a question that we ask ourselves. Why is this happening to me? But the purpose is to go and use our faith as a coping mechanism when we're going through a difficult situation. Not questioning God and not questioning what is happening in our lives. But prayer should be a way for us to reconnect with Him and look for answers within ourselves and look for answers in God. So I usually pray every day early in the morning. That's for me the best time according to my schedule, and it just gives me that boost of just joy and inner peace after I'm done with praying. But praying is very important when we're going through a difficult time. This past few months, as I said, we had to go through so many different things, and things were getting harder and harder and harder, even though they were supposed to be a lot smoother than we thought. But prayer was the only thing that kept me focused and kept me believing in, even though in days that I was so frustrated, because it's hard to have your faith strong when things are just not working at all. So it was very difficult, but it was also very challenging and rewarding because I felt like my faith gets stronger, and it was a test. I felt like it was a test of how strong my faith is, how strong that relationship is with God and myself. So when you are going through a difficult time, find a time to do some prayer. Even if you go to church, or if you do it at home, if you go to a quiet place in a park, whatever it is, try to go to a place of prayer, asking God for peace, ask God for guidance. And once we ask God for peace, trust me, it works. He has that power over us to give that peace in our hearts that just brings joy and just help us understand that He's there with us. And that leads me to my third and last point, which is God is in control. In difficult times, it's hard to understand why things are happening, and we forget that God is in control. We do have a lot of responsibilities because we have free will, but there are so many things that are not on our control, and we have to trust that God is in control. And it has helped me in difficult times, just repeating this phrase, trust God. God is in control. If you want to try it right now, try it. Repeat it after me. I trust God. God is in control. God, fill my heart with peace. Take a deep breath. God is in control. And I feel when we do that, we're giving Him all our worries and concerns. We should do that on prayer as well. Just trusting Him, knowing that He is in control and that He has our life in His hands, our lives in His hands. And when we do that, I feel like we just are relieving ourselves with so much weight, because sometimes we feel like we have control over a lot of things, but we don't. We have only control of how we react to things and how we think about things and how much faith we have in God. So focus on that and leave the things that you don't have control over to God. Trust Him. Make your faith stronger. Doing all these 3 things. I hope they help you. And if you're going through a difficult time, I will be praying for you. I'll be praying that you find that inner peace that you're looking for in God, and that you find that inner peace on a daily basis on different things. I hope these 3 things will help you. It's just meditation, prayer, and affirmations, or a constant reminder that God is in control. If you enjoy this live, I would love to get some hearts, some likes. And if you have someone in your life that is going through a difficult time and you feel this is going to help them, share it with them. Trust me, people are so grateful when you share something that could have a positive impact on their life. Thank you. I'm seeing some hearts. And if you are joining for the first time, I would love to know. And if you are on the replay also, remember to leave a comment. I'm there. I'm also watching the comments later on the replay. And if you're interested on the meditation, and I also have a guide today that is like a recapitulation of all these 3 points in case you want to go back to them. It's in a PDF, and let me see, what is the peace.messagesofloveandpeace.com. I will leave it on the comments as well, but it's very easy. peace.messagesofloveandpeace.com. Thank you and have a blessed day. Bye.